5, 4, 3, 2, 1. How's life and such, guys?
It be good and such. How about you and such?
It be good and such. How about you, Eljay? And such
And such.
I burned down my chicken coop and
What you did?
the chickens got turned into turkeys, man. And
Wait. Oh,
They got
nice.
turned into turkeys? What?
and
Turned into turkeys on him. They turned into turkeys on
Your
him.
chickens got turned into turkeys. How did that even
By
happen?
fire.
dude, they turned into turkeys on me, man.
What does that even mean?
Not April Fool's, but basically, yeah.
Ah!
Wow.
The week's been actually really cool.
Oh, you should have added Sharon into the combo, then kicked him out and said April Fool.
Yes.
Yeah, it's April
Well,
Fool's Day.
Let us mark
Speaking
this
of
day.
video- Oh, sorry. My bad.
Let us mark this day forever. LJ's logic: burn chickens to turn them into turkeys. Okay. Okay.
They turned into a turkey on me, man.
Yes.
Oh, that was such a bad April Fool's joke. It's not even funny.
Yep.
I know.
It was excellent.
No, it wasn't.
I think
So-
LD's the king of mediocre April Fool's jokes. Like earlier today, she's like, I broke my Xbox. And we're like, oh, okay, he's like, April Fool's. We're like, and? Like that was it.
I had some good ones yesterday.
You
Like-
did indeed.
Yesterday was
Yes, you
April
did.
Fool's.
No,
But it is.
It doesn't even count, though.
Last night,
It
after
was. Yes. Yes.
Besides-
Because we are up late in the night, audience, listeners,
right.
people.
Creepy, but yeah.
You guys up till like 5 a.m.
Yes, exactly.
just talking about stuff.
Yeah, but
That's
bottom
what we
line
do.
is, Kahi, I am the king of mediocrity.
No, you're not. You're the king of mangosteens.
You're not the king of mediocrity, you are mediocrity.
Ho 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 ho.
Okay.
Anyway. But yeah.
So it's now Santa Claus.
Have a holly jolly. It's the meso.
Oh my god. Okay. Well. Lolziness aside.
Thing on the road.
Without further ado, I'm Messanek.
I'm Vardaran.
I'm LJ.
I'm Keeney. Wow, I said that, didn't I? I just said that. Good. Like, I saw it come down. I'm Keeney. I'm Kahi. I'm not Keeney. I'm not from that socialist country known as Canada. No, okay.
Chino is Canada.
And we were going to have Shern, a former guest host of ours, guest host again. But due to internet problems, he's not going to be able to stay on the call, so we're just going to proceed as normal.
Yeah.
So, and this is TTV episode 29, because I actually know the episode like 4 weeks in a row. It's a record.
28.
No, it's not.
Let me go check.
I just uploaded episode 28, older.
I'm stupid.
You are.
Don't worry, we already knew it. He's not surprised.
But for the first time in ever, I'm so pumped to do the news. I can already tell it's going to be the best news segment we've ever recorded. I mean,
Unfortunately, there's a very sad subject we have to talk about in the news.
yeah, that is true. And that takes priority over other things because it's actually important. So,
Yeah.
without further ado,
The news. I guess I could go on, right?
Yeah, go. Let's do it.
Okay, so, in the news today, we're going to, break apart from our regularly scheduled segment real quick to discuss something very important.
yeah.
So, last week, Wednesday, March 28th, 2012, BZPower reported in that, a Lego fan, Heather Brayton, who goes by the alias Lego Girl on various forums, went missing. Around Seattle. So, this is actually quite important. This is a really sad day in Lego. Usually it's always a carefree kind of thing, but I don't know, it's just not good. And there's links on the front page news article where you can report in, see a photo of her, and if you happen to spot her, you can tell them. But yeah, hopefully she's found.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently she may be disoriented. It's my understanding she actually takes medication or something, so in the best case, she's just she can't take in her medication. She's in good hands, but you can never really be too sure. Apparently she was last seen March 20th. Which was well over 10 days ago. So.
Yeah.
I'm glad BZP. Yeah.
Sorry. My bad. Again.
Lol. I'm just, I'm glad that BZP is doing their part in bringing, some attention to it, which is refreshing considering BZP's usual practices. But
Yeah, she's not. I don't think she's a very active member in BZPower either. So
nope, if a member at all.
Yeah, it's a good thing that they're actually reaching out and helping out the other communities out there, especially for something so important like this.
Yeah.
So yeah. All right. Well,
best wishes to all, and we'll progress.
Yep. Okay, so for the rest of the news, Monday, March 26th, Mesa?
Yes.
Okay. So for the rest of the news, we have Toys R Us BOGO sale, Bionicle concept video, Series 7 minifix announced, Short Stories contest number 9 pulls up, Vote in RPG contest number 23. Lego Ninjago Rise of the Snakes available on iTunes. Lego Avengers poster revealed. An interview with 4T2. That's an interesting name. The BZPower cast goes out to eat. BZP Q&A contest number 1 kicks off. That's the news.
For the first time since I can remember, there's actually 5 interesting things to talk about in the news.
Right?
It's amazing. The sky's falling, the walls are collapsing, there's a tidal wave pouring into our recording studio right now. We're all gonna die. With our final message, we have to talk about this news real quick. Okay, so first off, no, I'm kidding. Okay. So, after that mock apocalypse, the first thing we'll talk about is the Bionicle concept video. This is the first time in months there's been a bit of Bionicle news on BZP, so this day is going to go in the record books, or calendars, whatever you prefer. It's basically Advanced Copenhagen, the company responsible for nearly all Bionicle's CGI, released a video talking about the origin of the concept of Bionicle and how it evolved right up to 2008. And it has some concept art we've never seen before. They looped the instrumental of Bye Bye Babylon, which was cool. And it's just it's a really interesting video, if not just for the very beginning, because the rest, honestly, is just like a music video. Nothing more, nothing less. But at the beginning, there's a couple interesting pieces of concept art which reveal some stuff which I'll let Eljay talk about, because, you're a professional.
Very good concept art, too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. The concept art is absolutely amazing. It really gives you an in-depth look of how far back LEGO went into planning Bionicle. We saw artwork of the Matanui robot in its very early stages, which apparently was going to act sort of like a Borok, roll up into a ball, smash into planets, and beep, 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 unform. And we also saw the island of Matanui in its early stages. I think we've seen it before, but I'm not sure. It looked kind of like a skull, which goes right back.
Voodoo Island.
Yep, goes right back to that. And it was extraordinarily interesting and in-depth.
Don't forget Bara Nui.
Mm-hmm, Bara Nui. Apparently they had planned out so far. They had planned at least 10 years, or a variant of 10 years, to be put into one year. So just imagine that.
They planned out everything leading up to the final giant robot battle.
Mm-hmm.
Had that
Really
planned
awesome.
out straight from the beginning.
Yeah, they did. I saw that note, and I was like, no way, they actually had that when he designed Matanui. I didn't know that.
I kind of always assumed they made that up as they went along.
Yeah.
Like most people do. Like maybe, okay, in 2001, maybe they had story up for 2003, and then when they got to 2003, they had story up till 2006, and then 2006 till 2009, and then it ended. That's how I kind of assumed it went, but nope.
Yeah.
Then
Did they ever say the... Oh, go on.
You go first. I'm talking a lot. So.
I was just wondering, did they ever actually state the functionality of Matanui turning to a ball?
I believe
Space travel.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I thought he was actually supposed to be like a planet and stuff,
Yeah.
and like, you know, everybody think it was a planet, and then he'd turn into a Unicron, you know, he'd transform into this giant robot.
Oh yeah, Unicron. Huh.
I don't know who that is.
It's a
Unicron.
transformer.
Yes. Transformers.
Okay.
Not a Transformers fan.
Which
Yeah,
is kind of
sorry.
ironic considering you're a Bionicle fan.
Nah. I kind of wasn't fond of the whole popularity rush toward Transformers, and it kind of seemed very...
Popularity.
Yeah.
Bionicle, yeah?
All right, just real quick, I gotta say the actual functionality.
You lagged out at the actual functionality.
Yeah, it's basically just what Elder just said. It's space travel, and they unfold when they directly impact the planet. So it is just like a Borok. The Borok, when it impacted, it unfolded and then rolled out, which begs the question.
Like which begs the question.
Begs the quest.
Lol's quest to the Toa. No, okay. What I think they did is that they drew inspiration for the Borok from their Matanui robot plans, which is kind of interesting, but I have no proof of that. They may have designed the two to go hand in hand, but what I think they did is they dropped that idea so they could then incorporate it for the Borok, which is cool. But, you know, it's just kind of interesting. Because it's exactly like the Borok, which I love, personally, because I like the Borok, but, you know.
I wonder what's
I like
something
the
that magnitude hitting a planet. Like, were they supposed to be inconspicuous? Or something? Oh, like, Spawny's supposed to observe stuff, right? And he just comes crashing into a planet. He's like the size of Earth, right? Like, boom! And, and everyone's supposed to be like, oh, don't worry, carry on for daily lives, you can observe us. No, I mean, like, what was that going to plan of that?
That's actually a valid point. Maybe they didn't plan to have him observe, maybe they planned to have him destroy.
He's supposed to destroy all these planets. And then the Toa had to destroy him at the end because he was more dangerous than Laputa. That would be an interesting plot twist.
Matanui was like the Reapers from Mass Effect. They flew around harvesting all the biomechanical...
synthesis, you know, they had all the biomechanics formed together.
Going,
the Victorian organic smoke.
It's a small gory for Hoodie running away from Matanui.
It's actually kind of funny because in the actual Bionicle story, when Matanui crashed, he was on his way to Barra Magna. And at the end, we see like Tahu, and he has to choose between 3 different colors.
Yep.
I know, right?
And then all the Lego fans say that was a bad ending.
Just like with an Aqua Magna or a Barra Magna. Like the blue ending, yellow ending, green ending.
We're gonna make everyone half robot, half plant, and Buddha Magna.
Oh, wow.
We're gonna see the Axelar T9 crash land on a jungle planet.
I know.
And then we're gonna see the crew members walk out.
Okay,
Actually, no, I think they chose the bridge connection with the robots or the synthesis thing, because then we got Hero Factory.
Yeah, Steve-O, if you haven't played Mass Effect 3, I am so sorry. You totally spoiled ending.
Spoiler alert!
too late. But
we didn't really give any details. It's okay.
someone should make a parody video of Mass Effect 3's opening, but with Montanui on like Bar Magna.
He's just firing down lasers. There's like, oh my Montanui as they get blown to smithereens.
Yep. But oh no! Wait! It's like they herd up a bunch of people onto a sand stalker, and then it gets killed. Montanui.
Slam.
Yep. And they try to get away.
You have no choice but to run, and then you see who's it? You see like Tahu and like Lhikan just running towards the ship in the first ending, and then she's a gory with the hoodie, and then the gory gets killed, and they're like, and then they plays that soft piano music.
Dun, dun, dun. But anyway, startling conclusions have been made. The truth has been revealed. So yeah, it was a quite cool video. I want to see more concept art because there probably is a lot more.
Yeah.
I wonder if they will be releasing more videos.
The only thing is, I'm kind of surprised there has not been a lot of reaction to that little last bit at the end where it said the first book of Bionicle has ended, and the first book was basically meant to mean 2001 all the way through 2008, because at the end of 2008 we got out of the Matoran universe, and people surprisingly, at least not in force, have taken that as Bionicle's coming back, because that's not what it means.
That's true.
Yeah.
I was worried that people were going to say that and say, the first book of Bionicle? There are more books? It's coming back! It's coming back! But no. Wow. People were smart enough to realize they didn't talk about 2009 at all. So that means,
these people listening to this episode not actually notice it, and then they go back after this episode and be like, oh, they actually said it! There's going to be another book! It's all our fault. No, there's going to be this whole rival thing on BZPower.
we can pretend that everyone's smart enough not to do that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Eljay, you've ruined us.
Yep, I do that a lot, doesn't it seem?
Yes. Curse you, Eljay. The end of days. The end of days. The end of days are upon us. No.
Eljay's the one that caused the flood.
Eljay, bringer of the tide. No, okay.
Wow.
Alright. Okay, so next up on the news, we have... Well, next up on the interesting things in the news, there is a Lego Avengers poster which got released, which I quite enjoy. Personally.
It's funny because it's better than the actual poster.
Venom would disagree with you, actually. It's been an ongoing debate between us and Ven that this is not better than the actual Marvel Avengers poster, but I think this is.
Wait, why does he think it's not?
Because
he thinks it has every single problem with the main poster still in this. It's just Lego minifigures.
I think
except they fixed the lighting and everything, though.
Yeah. I know, right?
All the characters coincide with each other, and they coincide with the background.
Yeah, exactly. They're all sporadically placed. They fixed the lighting. The perspective, the proportions are actually kind of correct. Way better than the actual poster is.
Well, Captain America is a little off, but
yeah, of course
he's off in general.
At least now he looks like he's in the foreground rather than in the background, so he doesn't look bigger than Nick Fury.
I know, right?
Speaking of Nick Fury, that minifigure is in the poster. This is an official Lego poster, but that minifigure is not in any set. Which begs the question, that figure was one of the ones promised to be released in the initial press release, so what set will Nick Fury be in? Everyone thought he was going to be in the Spider-Man set, but the only people in that set are Iron Fist, I think is his name, Spider-Man, and Dr. Octopus.
Why the heck would he be in the Spider-Man?
I know, right?
Because it's for the next Ultimate Spider. It's for the Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon where Nick Fury's a character.
I don't know. That seems kind of like a stretch, though.
But it's based on the cartoon.
Iron Fist, though. I've never seen Iron Fist in any.
It's based on the cartoon. Yeah. Iron Fist and Nick Fury are apparently main characters.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Well,
They're doing.
I knew Nick Fury was. I didn't know about Iron Fist, but all right.
Yeah, all right. But the thing is, they're trying to like put Spider-Man firmly into the Marvel universe with S.H.I.E.L.D. and whatnot, so they made this interesting-looking cartoon, which has characters that aren't normally from Spider-Man, and they decided they'd throw in a Lego set. So it's like
interesting.
Yeah. But one thing I do have to note, huh?
Wasn't even important. That wasn't even important. Carry on.
Lols. Well, all I was gonna say is, it's funny though, because everyone complains about how big Iron Man's head is, and it is pretty big, but that visor flip feature is quite cool.
Yeah, I think it kind of makes it worthwhile.
Yeah, even though, do they really need to put it in? Not really, but it's cool that it is.
I think it's an accurate representation of Tony Stark's personality.
It's true.
Yeah.
That is true.
Tony Stark.
At first, I thought you just dissed Robert Downey Jr. and I was about to go rage, and I realized, wait a minute, that's actually how Tony Stark is, so never mind.
Yeah, no, Robert Downey Jr., he's a pretty good actor, and I think he really well represents Iron Man. But anyway.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
We'll deal with the Marvel podcast after this.
Yes. Alright.
But guys, Marvel's like the coolest thing ever.
So is Lego.
It is.
Ironically, we just got finished with the Mass Effect podcast, so...
That one.
Alright, so next up is something we talked about a while back. BZP's interview with the developer, the development team of the Hero Factory Breakout game, which we have quite a lot of experience with.
Sorry.
Indeed.
Yep.
I was surprised, actually. A lot of my questions, I think all my questions that I sent in were actually answered.
Which is great, because you had good questions, compared to some people. So.
Yeah, you're just like, what did you make the game with? Well, it's playing in the Unity web player, so I wondered what could they have used as a development.
Yep.
Those kind of people.
It's actually a pretty interesting interview, for what it's worth. Honestly. Some of the stuff about Breakout is interesting. Like, describe the process of
lagging out.
Here's one of the standout questions in my eyes. Describe the process of how you made the game. Okay. Long days, late nights, plenty of
You lagged at that pizza. Like at Pete. When you finished it off.
Plenty of pizza. I wonder why it's bad. Okay.
I got pizza all over the keyboard and messed up the graphics. Now it kind of that also coincides with the Hero Factory because it's so cheesy.
Wow.
Go away.
What? That's probably why they had hamburgers in the Hero Factory game.
I was thinking that too.
Food on the brain.
Yeah. No, I have to admit that kind of is an interesting question to ask. Because sort of like going up to Christopher Nolan, and be like, how'd you make The Dark Knight? I mean, there's so much stuff you have to go through to make it happen.
Yes.
There's no way he could feasibly answer that.
Oh look, VAR, they did 3D work. Some 3D work with Maya.
Oh, cool.
Yes. Let's see. What else was interesting? Well, they claim... Okay. They claim that they implemented a quick fix, bug fixing, update on the fly thing based on complaints about various different bugs. Okay. Like the wall bug, which apparently they patched. Like the ability to lock on, which was added. And that is definitely a step in the right direction because that was never done for Lego games before. Like a bug, with the ability to update the game on the fly without like having to take it down from the website and then put it back up. So they're catching up to where everyone else is. So that's good. I can tell you, like right off the bat, I played it after you did. It's a much better experience with the lock-on feature. So.
Yeah, I know. I was wondering where exactly they get the user feedback for. I mean, like, I can understand, like, if so many people quit at the wall part, that they're like, oh, man, we need to fix this wall. But how did they get auto-lock on? You know, like, did they just view message boards or something? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, they probably did. Probably the Lego message boards. Or they probably had beta testers.
That's a very good place to start.
They probably had horrible beta testers.
Yeah.
It says right here, if a game has a glitch, crash, bug, how do you get a report from the players in order to fix it? How soon do you get around to starting to test and fix it? And how often do you have to do so? Any game's going to have bugs, or at least things that could be better optimized. With Breakout, we've had 8 internal build updates and pushed them live at 2 points so far. Pushing updates live is a significant amount of work at both Lego and 4T2, so we'll never be in a position we can fix individual items as they're spotted. They go on a list, are prioritized, and then added to a build. The game also has various analytics tools built into it, so we can chart progress through the levels and see what's being developed, etc. Much of what we do comes from studying those figures. So basically they're charting progress through levels. If a bunch of people couldn't get past the wall, that's how they knew about the wall. But that's still, I don't get the auto-lock thing. But whatever.
Fun fact, I asked that question. Just saying.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, I was wondering, if I had a bug, like, would they watch the YouTube videos, or, like, would they do something, or should they have to actually, like, go to the website and email them about it? I don't know.
Well,
one thing I found interesting. I was saying, they did say that they had a guy on there who was charged of Lara Croft Tomb Raider series from like the first Tomb Raider to like the 6th one, and he was the one that suggested like just making the edit to the characters instead of actually having your own avatar to play as in the game.
Yeah, that would have been amazing. But, yeah. And I know that you go first.
Sorry. Yeah. No, I was saying that the Inca Temple, which is I think my second. No, it is my favorite level in there. That was his idea.
Huh.
Yeah.
Adrian, also, I like how in your playthrough you never even played Surge's level.
I know, right? Like I guess I just forgot about it. I know, like, it was an hour in, and I'm like, no, this game is kind of interesting, especially since I got stuck in that wall as Inferno, and I had to go for that thing. I think the level I went through last as like Breeze, I think. Yeah. It was Breeze's level or something.
It was.
That was a pretty bland level. So after that, I was like, I'm calling it quits.
Well, I know you're so excited to play the summer variant. Those screenshots with the mist.
Can't see anything in this gosh darn mist.
Yes.
That mist? It's like Game Boy Green mist. And that's what I'm calling it. Game Boy Green. Like, yeah, the original Game Boy, it was like that key green, that spinach green. And it's like all over the place. With these gray textures. The textures do look better, though. I'll give them that.
That is true. About the same quality of textures as Surge's level, ironically, except without the obnoxious blue lights and everything like Surge's level had, making it diluted and dark and blurry. This, even though it does have the green mist, at least you're able to clearly see what's, there. But, yeah, it was a pretty interesting interview.
The summer wave alongside all the new summer things for my next
Hooray!
episode.
You must.
Episode 6 has reached 100,000 views, so.
Hooray!
Small victory.
Woohoo!
Yep.
You should go check out our. Can we just plug in our channel here?
Sure, our alternate channel.
Yeah. we here at TTV, we do like Let's Plays of different video games. Like Bar's doing Mass Effect 3, and Eljay's doing Bionicle the game, and I think Meso and Eljay are doing Terraria at the point. Venom's doing like some Spider-Man with the Shadows. Basically, there's a ton of Let's Plays that we do. It's on our channel name unavailable with 2 U's. Don't ask me why. You can go there, like it, subscribe, do whatever you want. But yeah, check it out.
That is true. It's quite cool.
Oh, cool.
I'm gonna go check it out.
Alright, so the final thing on the news is BZP question and answer contest number 1 kicks off. I don't know what to make of this. Because the last time there was a contest on April Fool's Day, it wasn't an April Fool's joke because they kept the contest. It was legitimate. And if this is real and not an April Fool's joke, they have no April Fool's joke for like the 3rd year in a row. And if it is their April Fool's joke, it's original, but I think they could do a lot better, personally.
They should have made the deadline until tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, it's probably because they intend to keep it going as a real contest, and I have to say, I give them props for originality. But,
Yeah, out of all the forums to have a contest, Q&A is like the last one I can think of. And yet, here it goes. It's a really original question, too. I mean, like, so, do you want to go over to the premise of it a bit?
Sure, I will. I just gotta...
Okay. Yeah, load it up.
On second thought, you do it. I can't load the page.
Okay. No, it's
that work?
cool. Actually, it's just pretty simple. The contest basically is they give you 3 answers, right? 3 answers to a question. You're supposed to come up with a question that like one of these answers will apply to. So, I guess the wittier the question, the more I'll win. I'm not sure how they're going to judge it here,
Yeah.
but it's an interesting premise. I like how they came up with this, Not something you see. But, yeah, other than that, that's about it.
It is. What?
Nothing.
Okay.
Be that one.
Yeah, fine, Var, fine.
It will be that way.
Okay, good.
Good.
Now, okay.
We want to have any other one?
Yep. Well, that marks the end of a news segment filled with news. Woohoo. Tune in next week for Toys R Us BOGO sales. Anyway. So, let's move onwards to what we've all been waiting for. No, I'm kidding. The Comic Maker Spotlight! You're up, Eljay.
Welcome to the Comic Maker Spotlight. Today we're going to be reviewing a comic series that I haven't really noticed this one very often. Basically, the series is called That Adventure series by Absorba. A little background check on Absorba. He joined about three years ago, and in that time has gotten 1,426 posts. So, what do we have here? That Adventure series, to me seems to be a plot series revolving around something. I don't know. It's something. It's a plot series. It's gotta be good. So, let's see. We're gonna look over 2 comics of his. We're gonna go over episode 2, Part 6, which is the latest part as of this recording is released, and his extra comics, the latest one, Amusement. I'm not amused yet. But anyway, let's dive right in to Tale 6. So right off the bat, graphics-wise, this is definitely not bad. It seems to be made in GIMP. It's normally easy to tell when something's made in GIMP or Photoshop, and this seems to be a GIMP series. Now, it actually isn't that bad. I have not really read the comic or its previous comics in its entirety, but just looking at this, it is very easy to read. The graphics are not bad. They're actually very nice, pleasing to the eye. And it seems like it has a fairly interesting plot. At the end of the comic, you can see that apparently 3 Matorn bring back some character. Their master or something. And at the end it says, "Let the hiatus begin." Now what can that mean? No. So, yeah, it seems to be very interesting. Some characters some people we'd probably recognize in this. I don't know. DJ Noob Slayer and Chat.
Hooray.
Probably.
And Absorba.
And yes, and the author himself, Absorba. But anyway, so right off the bat, I get a little bit of a feeling that some of this was inspired by a comic series called The Generic Quest by the
Yeah, I was
group.
gonna say that too. Yeah.
And it's very reminiscent of that. And, I think it's kind of going for something like that. And, it somewhat does a good job of it. It's not as up to par, but it definitely seems like it's going for that. Yeah, graphics-wise, it's definitely nice to look at. It's not bad at all, especially for a GIMP series. And GIMP, personally, between GIMP and Photoshop, a GIMP is a little bit more of a difficult program to use, and the outcome may not seem as pleasing. But this is not bad at all. So, graphics are good. Humor, plot-wise, the plot seems intriguing. I'm very interested in this series to see what this plot's supposed to be. And humor-wise, I think in some bits of it, he kind of incorporates a little bit of zaniness, kind of lighthearted humor here and there, but he doesn't overload it by any means. So, it's very well managed, which is definitely, it's very good. So, for his plot series, excellent job. What do you think, Kahi?
Well, I think I like how he's going for a very serious sort of plot style to it. It's not like some other comic series I've seen, at least from this comic, at least. But yeah, other comics I've seen, they try to do this sort of mix in between, in which they have they have all this jokes spinning out all the time, but it's on the plot, and that works really well too. But I think this is a bit more refreshing, sort of like the comics we saw from the comics contest, and which some were just really serious, and I think it works well for this series. Honestly, I like the graphics. I like them, and they're very clear, but they do seem very, like you said, GIMP made. There's something about them that just looks too. I'm not sure what the right word is, but like too homemade, I guess would be it. A lot of the graphics seem a bit too homemade. Yeah, I get a bit bland, but not too
basic.
Much. It's not too much to grade up. Yeah, I guess basic would be the best word.
Basically home bland. No, I'm kidding.
Wow.
Carry on.
Yeah. Let's find out.
The text, I think the text, I don't really have a problem with it, but I do wish he would have done something a bit different. The typing out a text in Comic Sans and drawing a line to it thing, that's been done quite a lot. I don't know, it just sort of detracts from the series. If we had maybe some a stroke or a word bubble or something, it might look better.
I don't know.
That's just my opinion, though.
I think it's kind of refreshing and unique to this.
It's very readable, though. I'll give it that. There is no point where I can say, oh, I can't read what this text is saying. I can read what each one is saying, and he changes from black to white, depending on the color of each panel. So that I also appreciate.
Yeah.
Other than that, yeah, it has some very nice effects, and I am actually interested in the story. I'll actually probably be reading more of us after we finish up. So
Yeah.
kudos, and drown me in.
I concur.
Yeah. So, let's see these extra comics. Latest one, Amusement. I don't really understand it too well.
Talk about bland.
I look.
Like,
Yeah, I don't know, that its blandness is where it is unique, but it is also where it's hurt. It's very basic. White background, couple panels, and, it tries to pull off a joke. And, I didn't really read this one because it seems kinda, it's just there.
it's about ponies, LJ.
Yeah, screw you. But anyway, I looked back like 2 comics before to Comic Championship. Companionship, and it was a Valentine's Day comic. Apparently, there's this character, a white and gray character that I think is supposed to be a robot, kind of similar to GLaDOS from Portal. And this character comes up, holds up a flower to this companion cube and goes, "Will you be mine?" And the companion cube says, "No." And you can see the character's eyes change from yellow to blue as it walks away. I thought that was very funny.
That's funny. That's pretty.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
There are, I think these extra comics, they're definitely like any other comic series out there, sans Goblas, that there are good ones,
Lols.
there are bad ones. And, that was a good one, and then Amusement was kind of a mediocre one. And I'll get into Goblas at another time. You know my thoughts on that, Kahi.
Debate corner. Like one day we'll have a debate corner about that.
We will.
You should actually.
Yeah, we will do that next week or this week. But yeah.
About this series, I guess the sub-series, to me, I would like it, or not like it, but I think it'd make a much more a better impact if we had these characters in black and white. Because the black and white backgrounds, all right, that's a style. It's striking enough. I can like that. It just sort of makes you think, oh man, these backgrounds are missing something. If he sort of made it so it was more like a black and white thing, he filled the outline of black and filled the inside of white except for the eyes. And it's supposed to be that style. It's just a black and white comic series. That I can appreciate. I can get into the style of that. But having normal sprites alongside of this blank background, I don't know. It sort of negates the style for me.
Yeah.
That's my thoughts on it. Yeah.
Yes. Lol, awkward silence.
Sorry.
Nice.
But yeah, so all in all, I think this is a very good series. I think, for what it is, it's kind of an unknown series. I didn't really notice it beforehand, but after taking a look at it, it is very interesting. And apparently, so far there are 2 episodes, chapters. And I just took a look at the season finale, and I'm gonna read that soon. And it seems very interesting. So, my best advice to this comic maker is, try something out with the text. Maybe. I think I like it, but Kahi would suggest you might want to try something different.
It's not bad. You can keep it that way, I guess. It's not one of those things that you really need to change, like some other series. So you can keep it that way, and it'll still have the same visual impact. Sorry.
Yeah.
Interrupting again.
But yeah, and then for your extra comics, I don't know, probably some interesting backgrounds, something basic, but maybe some backgrounds. I think those would be.
No. Get it? Ha.
Wow. But anyway, yeah, great series. Go check it out. It's gonna be under a different name. It's kind of confusing. It's just by Absorba. That adventure series by Absorba. Go check it out, and that's Comic Maker Spotlight.
Hooray! And now that ends our episode. And I would actually say it was a good one for only having 2 segments. Glad we only did 2 segments.
Yeah.
And now, well, I thank you for listening. I appreciate your viewership. Like, comment, rate, favorite, subscribe if you'd like.
You said rate one more time. You say rate one more time at the end of these things. I'm going to be like, they can't rate anymore for YouTube. Okay.
Alright, fine. Like, comment, subscribe to Name Unavailable, give feedback,
Post my topic.
Rate with your hearts, post in our topic. And, well, thank you for listening. I'm Messina.
I'm Eljay.
The Vardran is gone. He left, actually, so no goodbye for Var. So, what a shame.
I'm Kai.
And this was TTV, episode 29. Thanks for listening, and goodbye.